Ready to come in.
Very good, nice to meet you.
Great, Dennis. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank
Have
you.
a seat, please.
My business card and my resume.
Okay, we got.
Hi,
And nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too, Greg.
My business card and my resume.
Thank you.
You have cooties.
Great, Greg, have a seat, please. Great, thanks very much for coming in. And we're going to treat this as a panel interview. So we each have a couple questions that we'd like to ask you today, and I'm going to start. All right. So the first question I have is just from looking at your resume, just to clarify, you're here for the development officer position, major gifts here at Yale University, right? Okay. So tell me, just to help us all, to help our panel, just why don't we start? Just tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, let's talk about more in a macro sense first, since it has to be put into context with you and me today.
Okay.
So today's business environment is basically non-productive environment where the big corporations get bigger, the medium corporations and the small corporations struggle.
Okay.
There's a disconnect between them all. But the main theme that runs through the entire business structure is they have to innovate, they have to be disruptive, or they're going to become obsolete.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the whole business way of doing business has to change.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, your background. This role is a little bit different than what you've done. That's a great entree for us. We appreciate that. But tell us what drew you into this position. What are the attributes or qualities that really got you excited about looking into this development position?
Well, for 14 years, I traded a actor account as the best investment banking firms in the United States. For Morgan Stanley, William Burroughs, AIG,
Mm-hmm.
and Barclays. Out of those 14 years as a proprietary trader, which there is a difference between a proprietary trader and a line trader.
Mm-hmm.
Like to tell you the difference, the line trader takes on all customer inquiries. The proprietary trader actually trades the corporate business, the corporate money. So we're not trading grandma's money, we're trading Morgan Stanley's money
Mm-hmm.
for the profit. So I did that for 14 years, and in that 14 years, myself and my partner came up with the first quantitative analytical tool to evaluate securities
Mm-hmm.
in 1989. From there, I spent 5 years at Hyde Park Associates,
Mm-hmm.
which is a new company, a startup, a hedge fund, designed to become a sub-manager of using these quantitative products.
Thank you. What I'm trying to get at, Greg, a little bit is how you're maybe connect, and then I'm going to let my panel ask you a couple questions as well. How this is a donor role, and I just want to get a clear understanding in your mind the transferability of your skill sets from what you've done. You've done some wonderful things in the back. How that relates to working with donors and raising capital and so forth. Yeah. Yep. No problem. Go ahead. Thanks.
So at Diamondback Capital, working for Hyde Park Associates, we had my main role was to gather and secure funds. And the first year we secured $130 million from Diamondback Capital.
Uh-huh.
We secured $330 million between four institutions of Bretton Howard, two investments, AJ Investments, and Meadow Creek, with an additional $600 million of benchmark capital, and benchmark capital means if we use certain benchmarks, that $600 million is allocated again through those companies. That's over $1 billion in assets raised. In addition to that, I raised about $80 million from another tier fund, and $30 million from a private equity fund. And then in 2019, we raised $450 million from that's completely separate, that did not use our quantitative models.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a pure third-party marketer type of money raise.
So,
Great.
Greg, can I ask a question? Can you give us an example on how you raised that money?
Great.
Well, we would, because of my 14 years experience in Morgan Stanley and Lehman Brothers, we knew the top executives in all investment banks. So we knew C-level managers, and that's how we do our pitch. We make sure the C-level manager is involved, and all of his colleagues below him are involved also. Because if the C-level manager likes the idea, he can allocate below him. If the C-level manager doesn't like the idea, then obviously it's sunk.
And an example of an idea is an event, or how did you raise the money? Did you do a fundraising event? Did you do?
This is money secured by assets that those managers hold. In other words, Broden Howard is a money manager hedge fund.
Okay.
Broden Howard trades $1 billion. So for him to allocate $300 million to us on a sub-manager basis, that's his decision. It's just a reallocation of money.
So reallocation of money. Okay, so that's how you do the fundraising. Okay.
That's how we can do fundraising.
Okay.
So Greg, to expand on Tracy's question, networking is a huge part of this position, and the applicant needs to have solid networking skills and ideas. What could you offer this department in that area?
I have over 29 years with C-level executives and their subordinates. So what does that boil down to? I can walk into any Wall Street finance office. I can walk into any tech office and get a meeting with the C-level manager.
What would you say to them at that meeting on behalf of Yale and our mission here?
Well, there's two ways to look at it. You wouldn't want to do both of them. Why? Because Wall Street's having a lousy year. So the guys on Wall Street are going to say, I can't even pay myself. How am I going to make a donation? What's been the fastest growing industry? It's been biotech, and it's been tech itself. So you have to fly out to Silicon Valley, make all your appointments, and pitch them on why they should do a major contribution to Yale. And they're at an age where they believe that if they give $100 million to Yale, and Yale comes up with a cure for cancer, that they actually had a hand in it.
So would you be open to lower level fundraising? So everything that you're saying is in the millions and billions and dollars up here. So would you be open, as our development officer might want to do something lower level with just normal consumers in the area?
We have a lot of community-based events, run
Yes.
walks and
So,
school
Is that
fundraisers.
something that you have experience with a 5K or something to that effect?
Sure, I've ridden in Close to Free Ride, which is a bicycle event to help raise funds for the Sloan Cancer Hospital. However, let's forget about the small. Let's go for the big. They contribute $1,500 for the whole thing. I have no idea how much it costs them, but I bet it costs them $700 to do it. So net, you're pretty low. Why waste your time in going after hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars when you know somebody that can write a substantial check? Now, that substantial check, you might have a 12-month sales cycle. It might take you 12 months to get that check, but it's worth to get the check.
So I'm curious, man with your skills, expertise, network contacts could apply these skills to any industry on a global level. So I wonder, why are you called to work on this project and serve this community?
Well, we have a corporation or LLC now that is away from Wall Street. Wall Street has had its day. They've had their day in the spotlight for many, many years. And now, what did I say at the beginning of this interview? It's a commodity now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sitting in this room is a commodity now. So commodities trade at their lowest level.
Mm-hmm.
There's a clearing price. Just like somebody used to pay me $2 or $3 million to set up Lloyd's St. Louis trading desk.
Mm-hmm.
Now they pay you $150,000 to set up Lloyd's trading desk. In pre-1986, Goldman Sachs had 1,600 traders sitting at their desk.
Mm-hmm.
Today they have 10.
I can appreciate that. I guess I want to hear how much you care about finding a cure for cancer, because that's why we're here.
Well, that has been a motivation for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
There's 15 biotech companies that are trying to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yale is one of the premier targets in trying to develop something to cure or extend life significantly.
Right. One more question on my end too, Greg, because you in the past have been dealing with some high-level executives. Walk us through your strategies and techniques for getting in front of those high-level, C-suite types of individuals to get in front and make a pitch for Yale and promoting and ultimately the ask for getting funds. But walk us through how your process in getting in front of some of those key stakeholders that you'd be charged with in this type of role to reach out and develop and create those and get those monies.
Right, so you have to have a plan, you have to have a strategy,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to develop the plan, they don't want to develop the strategy, they want you to come in with a strategy and plan. So you have, and that's where most of the work is done at Yale Development. So you get the interview, you lay out the strategy, you lay out the plan. They understand how much it's going to cost, which is zero, until they write the donation check. It's a process where it's almost like selling them a startup. And here's an example of a PowerPoint presentation of a startup. That startup brought in $2 million from East Philly LLC and from Newbrook Bay VC. So you have to sell these things like you're selling it to a VC. Here's the difference. The $100 million check is not going to get them a 35% return.
Right.
Their $100 million check is going to make them fruitful. And hopefully at some point they'll be associated with I was part of the
Hey, why don't we stop here and well, I want to give you plenty of time for questions too. Just want to let you know where we are in the process. We're interviewing about 5 candidates for this particular role. We're right in the middle of the process. We've got 2 more people to see, but we want to just take some time and answer any questions that you might have.
Out of those 5 people that you're interviewing, tell me, out of those 5 people, how many of those can knock on George Soros's desk? How many of those people can knock on Paul Huberton's desk? How many of those people can knock on Peter Grant's desk and get a meeting? None. How many can go to the West and get 4 or 5 meetings with the highest tech companies, CEOs, and Mark Zuckerberg or his assistants, how many people can do that? I can guarantee you, 0.
Do you have any questions about what it's like to work at our offices and the culture that is Yale?
The only question I have is the extent in which, what type of timeline are you looking at to make a decision? Because I'm not going to wait around for you to make a decision. I consider myself an asset, therefore I'm doing the same thing at Dana-Farber. I'm doing the same thing at Princeton. I'm doing the same thing at Houston University. I'm doing the exact same pitch at the top 5 cancer hospitals in the United States.
Well, as I mentioned, we've got a couple more people we want to bring in, Greg, just to be fair to you and be clear with you. And we're probably looking at another, probably 3 to 4 weeks panel. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, and then it has to go before the board of directors, and there might be another interview at that point. So some patience may be required, and we appreciate your sense of urgency and your other possibilities, but that's the reality here.
I understand, but I want you to understand that there is demand for a certain specialist that has a lower dice like I have. And it's up to you. It's like if you want to buy Apple today, you buy Apple today. If you want to wait to buy Apple,
Right.
you might have to buy Apple $300 more.
I really appreciate that. Unfortunately, universities have a different operating system than Wall Street. We have to all operate within the worlds with which we live.
And what did we say before? You innovate and you become obsolete. That's part of your business.
Okay.
Correct. Great. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let me hit the